Ladies and gentlemen, today we have a pretty big video to get into. We had multiple games come out recently, and all of them are highly rated, so we're going to check out those games, as well as get into a bunch of Nintendo news, and maybe, just maybe, the actual Switch 2 reveal date has leaked online. So let's go ahead and get right into this video. So whenever I first woke up today, I thought, am I about to open my phone and see a bunch of announcements from Nintendo saying, we're about to do the reveal of the Switch 2, the presentation is coming soon? Yeah, I opened my phone, and I didn't see any of that. And you know, that's okay, I'm totally fine. It's really no big deal.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get...
Yeah, not every day can be a great day. Regardless, we have a bunch of news to get into today, and a lot of it is very interesting. So before we get started, if you could hit a like and subscribe, it would truly mean the world to me. And let's go and get right into the video. So in the past week in gaming, we've actually had a bunch of major releases. And I was very curious, is one of these games going to be good? Maybe two of them? But all of them are being highly rated? How the hell is that even possible? So the first game we have is Metaphor Refantasio? I think it might be Refantasio, but that's probably not right. Yeah, this game has a Metacritic of 94, and that is absolutely insane. This is a game that I know about the least out of all the games we're going to talk about today, but a 94, man. That makes me want to check this out. From what I think I know about it, I believe it's an RPG or maybe a JRPG, and it takes place in a medieval time or a medieval era. It actually does look like it's going to be a lot of fun. So this is a game that's definitely on my radar now, but a 94. Big applaud to them for getting that done. A game that I'm actually highly anticipating, but again, I need to find time to play this. I'm actually in the middle of freaking moving right now. This Saturday we're going to be moving, so we're just packing up. So I have no time to really play games right now, but Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. I love Dragon Ball Z games, even the bad ones I kind of enjoy. The Budokai series and Dragon Ball Z Kakarot are probably my favorites. This one looks great. This game has a Metacritic score of 84, and yeah, this is essentially just another great Dragon Ball Z game. So another game that came out that I thought was going to be good, but it's either hit or miss these days, is Silent Hill 2. And if you're a fan of the Silent Hill series, there's a good chance you're going to enjoy this. I believe this is just a remake of Silent Hill 2. I don't think it's a new thing entirely. I'm not the biggest fan of horror games, and I think I've only played one Silent Hill game ever. But yeah, this has a Metacritic score of 87. So I just wanted to mention there is a bunch of great games that just came out that you should probably be checking out. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into some Nintendo news. And it's kind of weird news. It's Nintendo is a public company, and since Nintendo is a public company, anybody can buy stocks of Nintendo. I actually owned one share of Nintendo a few years ago during COVID, so I technically owned a part of Nintendo. No big deal here, but a little side fact, I think anybody who owns at least 20 shares of Nintendo can sit in on the shareholder meetings where Nintendo discusses what's going on in the future. That's actually something that I want to do in the future when this channel is more successful. That being said, since it's a public company, anybody can buy shares. So essentially, if somebody had a ton of money, they could just buy all the shares that are available and own a majority of Nintendo. And it kind of seems like that's going on, but maybe not from where you would expect it to be coming from. Saudi Arabia's Sovereign Wealth Fund has expressed an interest in expanding its stake in Japanese video game developer Nintendo. So this is what I find interesting right here. The Kingdom's Public Investment Fund currently owns 8.5% of Nintendo. Saudi Arabia owns 8.5% of Nintendo and has stakes in Japanese video game companies Koei Tecmo and Capcom, as well as South Korean developer Nexon. So I don't think we need to read any more of this. Basically what they're saying is they're interested in buying more shares of Nintendo. And this has me thinking a few things. One, I don't know if that's good for business, but what the hell do I know, right? If Saudi Arabia bought a majority stake in Nintendo, would they be able to say what Nintendo does moving forward? I don't know. And two, remember when Microsoft had interest in buying Nintendo? They were like, yeah, we tried to go to Nintendo and offer to buy them. We were laughed out of the room. Couldn't Microsoft essentially just buy all the shares that are available of Nintendo and then own a majority of Nintendo? Or is that not possible? Can one giant company not buy another company? Or would that be like a hostile takeover? I'm pretty sure that's a term, right? In business, hostile takeover? I don't know where I learned that. Probably from watching Wolf of Wall Street, but yeah, I don't know if I have an opinion about this one way or another, but I just thought I would mention it. Now let's start getting into some Switch 2 leaks. I was pretty confident moving into this week that Nintendo would say something about the Switch 2, or just say Nintendo Direct on this date, or pretty much give us any information at all. It is only Monday, so maybe the day you're watching this video, which would be Tuesday, they do say something. The only other thing that's going on right now, like in the world of gaming, which kind of overlaps, kind of doesn't, is Amazon Prime Day starts the day you're watching this video on Tuesday. So majority of the internet will be searching up Amazon Prime and gaming and stuff like that. I feel like Nintendo once a week where absolutely nothing is going on, and it's strictly only Nintendo. Like there's nothing going on at all. Nintendo will say, hey, this is what we're doing, and then the whole world will only be focusing on Nintendo. That's honestly probably not the case, but that's truly the only thing I can think of. But we have a little update coming from a Switch 2 leaker who also got some other stuff right. This is coming from UnCafeCon Nintendo. Is that their name, UnCafeCon Nintendo, or UnCafeCon and Nintendo's claiming? I don't know. Claims that the Switch 2 announcement was initially intended for this coming week, but is now delayed. This could either imply a retraction of the earlier rumor, which might have been speculation rather than information from credible sources, or that Nintendo shifting focus to upcoming titles like Mario Party Jamboree, Mario and Luigi Brothership, and that one's a little important, but we'll get into that later, and the Dragon Quest III remake. So if it was initially planned for this week, and remember, we gotta take this all with a grain of salt, maybe Nintendo's seen something happening, or didn't like how things were playing out and thought, let's just delay it another week. It's not like I know, and my opinion doesn't really matter that much. My opinion has really never changed. I always thought it was gonna happen in September or October, and it kind of seems like Nintendo is just following the Switch's whole release. Like, I think the Switch got revealed in October maybe, and then came out in March. Kind of seems like that's what's happening with the Switch 2. Only time can tell, right? But they mentioned 3 games in here. Mario Party Jamboree, Mario and Luigi Brothership, and the Dragon Quest III remake. What if Nintendo just showed us the reveal date? I'm starting to smile because this is so stupid, and of course they probably didn't show us the reveal date, but it is a fun conspiracy, and we're all about the conspiracies over here. There's 3 games right there. Mario and Luigi Brothership, though, Nintendo just tweeted about. Maybe in that tweet they told you when the Switch 2 presentation will be revealed. So here's an actual tweet right here. It says 10 out of 10 landing Mario and Luigi Brothership. I actually didn't watch this trailer, but the way Mario's arms are positioned, it looks like he did a little gymnastics flip. But the theory going around is it says 10-10 landing. So maybe October 10th will be the date the Switch 2 will either be revealed, or they will announce a presentation that day, maybe for another day. Today is the 7th, so that would be Thursday. Thursday's not a bad day, especially if they announce it on Thursday, or they were to reveal it on Thursday. We would have the whole weekend for everybody to be super hyped up and talk about it. And we do know that Nintendo releases all their games on Thursday now, their big first party stuff. Maybe Thursday moving forward is just a day where they do all the big announcements. Normally when we cover leaks, we know to take it with a grain of salt. This right here falls into its own category. This right here is just a dumb conspiracy or a theory, but I actually really enjoy stuff like this because it's lighthearted and it's a little different than all these big leakers coming out and saying something that's set in stone and then never happens. But ladies and gentlemen, what do you think? Because your opinion is the one that matters on Mr. Robot Joe's channel. Don't you ever forget that. Let me know what you're thinking in the comments below. I would seriously love to hear your thoughts and opinions down below. If the Switch 2 is going to get revealed in October, what day do you think it gets revealed? Some way, somehow, if you have made it to this part of the video, just know that I appreciate you. I'm here for you. So yeah, if you could follow me on Instagram, that would be pretty cool. And you guys know me, I'll see you very soon with a new video. Peace out.